Okay, welcome to another EFT Business Spotlight, where we highlight the work of practitioners doing amazing work around the world with EFT. I'm Lena Frank.
And I'm Craig Wiener.
And today we're joined by Monica Owen. Hi, Monica.
Hi, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Great to have you.
Welcome from Phoenix.
Yes.
Thank you.
Phoenix, Arizona. For those of you who don't know Monica yet, you're going to know a little bit more of her now, and then you won't forget her. Monica, wow, you've been an ICU nurse, cardiac ICU nurse for, God, a lot of years. You've been out there in the nursing field. You've been part of the EFT world for like the last decade. You've been training and studying and working out there. You work out of a doctor's office, and you're just doing, I mean, I have personally witnessed amazingly beautiful tapping EFT work that you've done. And so we just get to really highlight what you're doing and what you love to do and how you got here. So this is about you. Welcome to Monica's life.
Thank you. That was a great introduction. Thank you so much.
So Monica, we like to first ask like how you found this tapping thing, what led you to do it, and then what led you to take the next step to maybe doing it professionally. How was that? What was that journey like?
Yeah. So about 9-ish years ago, my parents had died about 8 months apart. And I was having trouble looking at photos specifically of my dad, and we had to take them down in the house. And my doctor, I was in his office, and he said, Mo, you need to go tap with our person. I'm like, what is that? I didn't even know what it was. But I was really desperate. I was really hurting, and I really wanted to try this thing, and I trusted him. And so I went and tried this tapping thing. And although she didn't even explain, why I was doing it, my nursing brain wanted to know why am I tapping on my head? This is so strange. And I did it anyways. And after one session, it was phenomenal. And I could look at the pictures. I was blown away at how great I felt. My husband was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, let's get the photos out. It was really beautiful just to be able to see how one session, and it doesn't always happen that way, but for me, the first time I did it, it was really phenomenal, really phenomenal.
That's great.
That's an amazing story.
And you've used it for a lot of different things, and it's great that you see people in person and online, but in the last year, I've seen your amazing work with a particular area, which is around working with romantic relationship, and now you're a certified romantic relationship EFT coach. So congratulations on that. So what drew you to that versus other things?
That's a great question. I use EFT, first of all, with my own relationship with my husband. And several years ago, he got very ill and needed a liver transplant. And so I had already known EFT. And so I used the EFT to work through all of my struggles. And then once I got certified, I started drawing in the clients that were in relationships that were having issues.
Yes.
And so how does that work? And so, I remember the first time I worked with a couple, and specifically the wife, I worked with her, and she was having a difficult time because her husband got sick. They'd been married over 50 years, and she was really angry and really struggling with that. And so we worked through that and got back to the root of where does that anger come from? Because we know in EFT, the thing is not the thing, right? So when she comes in, I say that all the time, the thing is not the thing, right?
Yes.
And so, she came in and we worked through that anger. And so it's so beautiful. I happened to see her at the doctor's yesterday. I hadn't worked with her in 8 months. And so it was really beautiful because I said, how's it going? And she said, I still get to see him in the home that she had to put him in because of his care level. Mm-hmm. And she said, I still enjoy going to visit him. And that's a huge thing. Yeah. And it was just that satisfaction of being able to help somebody, because I know how much it helped me. And so I could relate to that. I could relate to that. And so I've worked with people as couples. So the husband and wife, separately. Mm-hmm. And I've also just worked with the wife. I would say the majority is the wife. And one of a really satisfying client that I just had came to me because she couldn't stand being in the same room with her husband. And it was really difficult. There was intimacy issues. And so we worked on all those things, and where does that come from, and all those details and how that came out. So after several sessions, I actually saw her a couple weeks ago, and now, I mean, they're taking trips. They're doing things together, and it's just very beautiful and very rewarding to work with, even if in both of these instances I talked about, I just worked with the wives, and it still changed the husband because the wives changed their stuff. So they were able to get themselves almost out of the way to be able to see, why did I choose this person? Because I really saw significance in them. That's why I chose that person. You know, EFT helped me really appreciate my husband, and why did I choose him, and how awesome he is. And it was very beautiful to see that in those clients that I just referenced.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, I almost don't want to add anything because you said it so beautifully, and you just hold the space for like healing that whatever needs to happen for whatever person and or relationship or couple. You said that so eloquently. Thank you. And it's not, for those that don't know, working in the area of relationship and with couples is not an easy area.
No,
it is not.
No, it isn't. It isn't at all. And I wanted to ask you about something in particular, because I know that you work with all kinds of couples, just across the spectrum, but you have a passion because of your faith of helping Christian couples. So what do you think their unique challenges are that might not, be present for other couples?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think what I've heard from the Christian couples that I work with is that sometimes they get to a point where they don't know what to do. And for them, divorce is not an option. And so outside of certain biblical reasons. And so then what do? And so if giving up is not an option, then where do we go? And so, we know as Christians, the belief system is that, we seek God first in the Bible, of course. And so EFT is not a replacement for that, but it's a great tool and it's a great equalizer. And just to be able to use the scriptures, I pray with the clients if that's what they like. I'll use scriptures in the session if that's what they like. And I say if that's what they like because I don't just throw it in there, right? It's client led. And so I'm very sensitive to that. And so I love, working with Christians because to be able to use their faith and build on those strengths and sometimes find out what could be holding them back with regards to their faith and the relationship with their spouse. What are those areas? And to explore those and to really get release and just that emotional freedom, right? Transform your emotions transform your health, right? So I love that.
And I just want to say, because I've known you for quite a number of years, is I don't think I've ever met somebody more open-hearted and open-minded. So if I didn't know that about you, that was your specialty and passion, I would never have known unless you shared that with me. So I love that you have that area of your life that you can provide something really unique to that population that really feels safety within that and feels cared for and understood in a unique way. But I know many people you've worked with that aren't of a particular faith. So I love that you kind of can dance that world both ways.
I do, because at the end of the day, people are people and I love people. And so, that's why I initially went into nursing, right? And that's why, I just love working with all different types of people, and especially relationships are very rewarding just to be able to work with relationships. Yeah.
So how can people find out about you? You have a lovely website and I want you to reference that, and you're doing all kinds of great courses and things. So how can people get in touch with you if they want to find out more?
Yes, so my website is EFTphoenix.com, and Phoenix is where I live. So it's PHOENIX.com.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much, Monica.
Thank you.
And thank you for the work you're doing. Really.
Thank you.